Hello everyone. I just want to do this because, okay, so Sauber's renamed Alfa Romeo Racing, which is sad because, now Sauber is basically gone now. The name's gone. The team that Peter Sauber has set up is now gone. Granted, I think he's happy now that his team has been able to survive. I think. He expected BMW to he gave Sauber to BMW expecting him to them to take care of it whilst he retires. And then, they pull out, he has to save it, and now it's safe again. So I think, it's sad. But anyway, I just want to talk about this. Because, okay, right, so Sauber have changed their name, but everyone is talking about the state of Formula 1. How on earth is the state of Formula 1 to do anything with a name change? This is not on topic, guys. I'm sorry, I didn't care about, the state of Formula 1. This is off topic. If you really want to talk about it, how about you talk it in the season review? How about you talk about, how you won't be paying for Sky? I won't be paying for Sky because, I'm not going to give the money. Why should I? When I can just watch the highlights. But, again, I find football boring, but I don't share my opinion on those threads because I don't read the football news or care about it. All those people moaning about F1 being boring, here's a tip, don't read or watch it. I guess, but, people have the right to, criticise if they feel something's wrong. Although, I think he is mentioning these people here. Pinwin pretty much explains who he is, really. The new era of F1 sucks. Ugly cars, dull, boring racing. Dull, boring racing? What was the Spain race then, in 2017? We had Vettel and Hamilton fighting, okay, granted for one corner, but still, it was an interesting battle. The racing suddenly isn't boring. I mean, people are definitely split 50-50. Yeah, I'm gonna... dang it. So what? The fans aren't interested in what the team calls itself. The fans want to see good racing and overtaking. I'm sorry. First off, the fans are not interested in what the team calls itself. I'm sorry, Paradox, but I do care. I do care if a team, changes its name. Because, it's still news. I don't care if it's a name change, it's still news. What do you expect, me to completely ignore Ferrari being changed to Team Red? Oh no! I don't care about the team. I don't care about the team name. Yeah, it's totally not like it has tons of history. Totally not like it's a team of success and memories. Oh no, it's just a name. Who cares? The fans want to see good racing and overtaking, and they want to talk about subjects more interesting than. It's still a name change. It's still news. I understand if they were talking about Kim Kardashian or something, but it's still news. It's still a name change, and what? So you don't care about name changes? Oh, so are you going to be calling Force India or Racing Point or whatever? Are you going to be calling them Force India when they're now Racing Point? Oh, what are you going to call Alfa Romeo Racing BMW Sauber now? Hello, news. I just need a notification that, oh, okay, hang on a minute, they've changed names. That is news. That's still news. This sport is on the way out. Carbon footprint is terrible. Needs stopping. Eggs and chips. Eggs and chips, yeah. Yeah. Perfectly explains that guy. Okay, pulling F1 behind a paywall and only opening comments on borrowed subjects and removing perfectly valid comments you don't like under the pretext of house rules is what's destroying Formula 1. No, what's destroying Formula 1 is overregulation. Not because comments are being blocked on certain, like... Yeah, sure, it's frustrating when you can't talk about something, but at the end of the day, there is a lot more pressing matters in Formula 1 than rather, oh, I can't comment on this certain article, how can I live? Honestly, what are we doing here? Yeah, as you can see here, yeah, like, you got people, yeah, liking it. I'm guessing people are liking it because of, like, yeah, like, this bit. But, like, yeah, I think, yeah, people, yeah. He has a point, but at the end of the day, you know, he does have some points which I disagree with, so let's move on. It's an okay comment, either way, you know, I have no issue with it, it's just... Okay, I have an issue with it, it's just, I disagree with it, that's all. That's the issue which I have with it, I disagree with it, end of. I won't be watching F1 in 2009. Every race has become a predictable parade of tyre management, team orders, grid penalties. True, but again, predictable means, like, oh, Mercedes is going to win this race. When we've in fact had... Oh, okay, he's true there. Okay, I'll accept defeat there. Hey, but still, at least we have now 2 teams fighting and not 1. So it's not that predictable anymore. Time management, team orders, and grid penalties. That's always how it's been, though. Time management, you know, that's always how it's been. Team orders, that's how it's always been. Like, it's a shame because I've enjoyed F1 for decades. How on earth are you having an issue with it now when team orders has been a thing since the very beginning, pretty much? And... yeah, sure, I understand. The time management and the over-regulation, you know, I'll agree with that. You know, I agree with this comment. But at the end of the day, it's not like team orders are a new thing. Like, if you really think that team orders is an issue, you would have been gone from F1 a long time ago. Formula 1, yawn. And dislike. If I could sign in, I could sign in, but whatever. After a general well, we're doing 10 pit stops per race then. Is this worthy? Yes, it's still news. This is front page UK news because... what's a name change? Very little. You may think that, but there is a quote to cover this. Punctuation. This comment has been removed. All the way on here complaining that F1 is boring to try athletics or winter sports, then you'll know how what boring really is. This means they'll be leading until halfway through the race, then break down. Formula E will not be going up. This is boring info that can be reported. Okay, yeah. Yeah, okay, I guess so. Yeah, it could be it could be mentioned. You know, like a weekly news roundup. Who's Mandrake? Who is that? I have no idea. Oh, right, okay. I don't see much wrong with that comment, you know. I don't know. Right, hang on a minute. Right, where have I gone? Right. Mandrake, bye then. Brian, clearly it is. As you need to. Pinwin, back to football pages for you. He's against someone who's against Formula 1. Why are you disliking that? Deploy the upvotes. Okay, yeah, sure. He didn't need to mention Mandrake, but still. He mentioned Pinwin. Are you supporting Pinwin now? That, you know, like, F1 is boring? Like, we're F1 fans and we're, like, supporting someone who doesn't like F1. Really? I read? Okay. But I don't share my opinions on those threads because I don't read the football news and I'll care about it. Precisely. Your opinion does not matter. Next page. The vested interests of killing F1. Liberty, Ferrari international assistance, and Ferrari's unfair extra influence car makers. I once read that Liberty paid a lot of money for an empty box with F1 in that major circuits as soon out of contract, etc. Time to reform voter and get up to the end of Eccleston that would be a talk. Well, yeah, it's been a turning point. I mean, come on. We've got Eccleston out, which is a start. You know. What you want to have Eccleston back with him trying to get, you know, Silverstone off the calendar. If it wasn't for Liberty, Silverstone would be off the calendar. You know. I'd rather have it, you know, be on the brink of survival than being gone altogether. Like, still, Liberty has only owned F1 for about 3 years now. Give them time. Eccleston owned F1 for I don't know how many years, decades. Liberty's only had 3 years. Give them time, for goodness sake. Then we can review them. This is really sad but inevitable. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with AJH there. Okay. Oh my goodness. I am, for one, glad that the licensed players' money won't be wasted on this charade. F1 neither educates, informs, or entertains. Does it now? Let's have a look. F1 in schools, eh? There! F1 in schools, eh? Look! Look, you see this? Yeah! F1 in schools. Okay, let's see. What does it do? What does it do? Oh yeah, it's an international STEM competition for school children aged 11 to 18. As in, bringing in future engineers into the sport and into engineering in general. F1 helps engineering. Therefore, get out of here. F1's declined into many races and have defended the sport for decades, but it's just a pale imitation of its past self now. It's time they called Ferrari's bluff and ended this ridiculous stranglehold they have over the sport. But then all die. Like, the only reason why F1 has survived is because of Ferrari. I'm sorry, it just has. I don't know. Gosh, with 6 Ferraris in every race all working to support one favourite driver, there will be some controversial ahem racing incidents ahead. F1 is over. No longer relevant. Old-fashioned. Cars drive themselves now. F1 is fine for entertainment, but no sporting content here. Yeah. You need to train for the neck. Yeah, you need to train your neck to train the gene forces. But no. Okay, how on earth is F1 not a sport then? Old-fashioned. Cars drive themselves. Old-fashioned! Old-fashioned! This is purely a sponsorship and should be treated as such. Not altered as a return to Alpha. No, that's... No. I don't know. I have no idea what the what. Oh my goodness, that's it. I love Fergie. Oh no, it's Man United fan. Stop trying to embarrass my team. Okay, alright. Everyone, Ferrari have only got tens of millions. Am I really spending my entire night just reading these comments? Is this my life now? Okay, right. I'll just read a few more. Well, I don't know. Alright, F1, this is not great for the likes of F1. A Ferrari, yeah, will make the sport more enjoyable. That's what they're trying to do. They're getting rid of the MGUH, isn't it? Yeah, they're getting rid of the MGUK. Yeah, so Liberty is trying to solve the issue, you know. So, oh, and don't worry, they're sorting out. You know, they're getting rid of the MGUK for 2021. So, you know, there'll be some closer racing, I'm guessing. I agree, but I thought Ferrari B was harsh, which makes Alpha Ferrari C. Have 2 championships for both. One for manufacturers supplying their own engines, and one for I'm confused with that. I'm just gonna move on. The fact that despite the name change, Alfa Romeo will not be challenging the big 3 in the World Constructors' Championship. A lot of people talk about Kimi next year, but in the midfield it really is a team effort. Giovinazzi will be able to pull his weight, scoring points out. I think Giovinazzi will be alright. He'll be outclassed by Kimi, but you know, he'll be decent. He's been given. Why is the 3 downvotes? What's the point? F1 is on its way down, driven by making it more difficult and expensive to access, and the races themselves rendered boring by regulation and giving a race to whatever state comes up with the money and the street circuit. These new strategies and new managers. By comparison, what you call a team is way beyond trivial. Yeah, I guess I can agree with that. You know, it's overregulated, but you know. F1 is a cynical exercise based on the assumption that we, the fans, will stand for anything and pay for anything. We won't. Spin it as much as you like, but the product stinks. Boring processions on boring tracks and driver clothes, except Kimi Raikkonen. Who on earth is Daniel Ricciardo then? I'm sorry, I'm offended by that. Why does Daniel Ricciardo not get like praise? Like he's a colourful character. Why is he not getting love? Seriously. Like, are you just generalising entire grids? Are you You could have just said a bunch of rich kids, like Stroll and... Yeah. There are some people in Formula 1 who have personalities, okay? Can we just point that out? And either way, F1 isn't even a popularity contest. We don't watch F1 because we want to, like, hear about, oh, this driver punched me. Oh, you suck. You know, we don't want to listen to personality. We're here to see the best drivers in the world race. Okay, I'm sorry. Boring tracks. Okay, yeah, tilt tracks, but not exactly. They're not exactly boring, are they? I mean, Baku's pretty exciting. Processions, yeah, okay, I get that. But, I'm sorry, just the driver clones one gets me pretty mad. Like, are you saying that, like, they just copy and paste? I mean, I'm sorry, but Formula 1 is not UFC. It's Formula 1. It's not schoolboy stuff where, you know, you have people, like, giving middle fingers and fighting. Okay, granted, I did defend Verstappen when he fought Ocon, but, nah, I don't know. I guess, yeah, okay, they need personality. And we need drama. But at the end of the day, we're just here to see the drivers race. We're not here to, like, have a popularity contest. If you want a popularity contest, go and watch Formula E. Go on, Buff, go to Formula E. Because, quite frankly, I do not want to have schoolboy, oh, you're an idiot. I'm sorry, I'm not here to watch UFC. The vested interest of killing F1. But Liberty was in the... Liberty... Liberty wasn't around when all these rule changes were made. Sauber seemed to be a front for a variety of manufacturers, starting with Mercedes and now on to official status as a Ferrari B team. Hard as an F1 fan to get excited or angry about this story. Not exactly a great surprise. Nice to see the name back in F1 as constructor though. Become vapid and I'm completely disillusioned with it. I hear you. Last season was the first time I've had the ability to record races and I didn't rewatch a single one. Not even the USA? Not even Britain? I mean, Britain we had, like, I don't know how many cars in the same shop for the first time in a few years. What? Really? I guess surely there's gotta be one which you watched. Whatever, like, I agree with them. Somewhat. You know. Two out of 10 teams are just B teams, sad state of affairs. There's still 2 out of 10 teams. There's still 8 other teams which should, yeah, not B teams. F and F1 is soon synonymous with Ferrari. Okay. Alpha is just a name which they hope to garner more sensibility from F1 fans of old. I mean, I'll say this is not a team of 6 blokes, a handful of tools, and not old shed anymore. It's just another cookie-cutter paint-by-numbers outfit which will join the little procession of... Oh, Crofty does his best to make it sound entertaining by shouting. I find like this... I feel like this guy is someone who doesn't like Jeremy Clarkson. Like, if he can't stand Crofty, oh my goodness, help him when he sees the Grand Tour. Oh, what's this? The Grand Tour? Oh, this mumbling ape. Okay, right, enough being an insecure little idiot, for me. Of course it's not 6 blokes anymore. It's never been that. It has never been that. Even the early days, you had like the engineers, the mechanics. Like, oh no! How dare they not be in a shed anymore? Gosh, I can't wait to see the brand new, like, highly technological advanced Mercedes come out of the old shed. Hey everyone, look, it's the brand new Mercedes. This is 2019 and we're still using sheds as a to reveal our cars. Are you serious? I'm sorry, no. So you want Formula 1 to be that amateur racing series which you see like on the local track. This is an amateur, this is professional, so it's highly technological. I'm sorry. I don't care because I can't watch this. Alfa Romeo Racing for free. Oh, I tell you, Graham Hill will be absolutely devastated. What does this have to do with Graham Hill? Pre-Fiat Alphas were okay. I'm old enough to have driven the Giulia and later the Alfetta. Lovely. Okay. Great cars in the day. Fiat made Alphas are just that. Time Ferrari was called Fiat 2. Think the poison chalice you think of as the second seat at Merc. Not allowed to race, just being a rear guy for the fast car. That is what destroying F1. Yeah. What kind of matches would they be like? Wonder why F1 isn't competitive throughout the grid? There's your answer. No, it's not competitive because the top teams are spending way too much money, and the small teams are just, well, because they have no other choice, they're merging they're basically becoming B teams for the manufacturers. They have no other choice. They can't afford the engines because they're too overpriced. Liberty is cutting that down by getting rid of the MGUK. You know, to cut it down, make them more simplified, simplify the front wings so they can cut the costs and allow the teams to actually stand up to the manufacturers and, actually race them. It's not smaller teams' fault that, they can't afford the engine or, well, pretty much done, with it. They can't afford these competitive engines, and so they have to basically be a B team. It's not exactly their fault that the engines are overpriced. Well, I agree, F1's on a downward slope. This is not part of it. Teams have changing their names for years. That makes no sense. It should have been changing. This is precisely what Liberty Media should be addressing. Manufacturer teams spending millions to promote their products at the expense of the smaller racing teams who can't compete. Then, when all these teams have led drive competitiveness, these corporate juggernauts flock in and extend their hands of false friendship in exchange for the teams to submit to their whims. Another one bites the dust. Yeah, okay, yeah, I agree with that. Liberty Media is addressing it also, again, MGU-H is going in 2021. Good luck to the new Alfa Romeo, all of fear, given its position as a Ferrari B team, they'll never be able to fight competitively. Over the rights tightened by the use of the B teams. Yeah, I agree. Garcia, as for Hamilton fans claiming some kind of Ferrari conspiracy, please, after Ocon getting out of the way of Hamilton in Monaco and Bottas sacrificing a win in Russia and his kamikaze antics in Hungary, there are absolutely no leg to stand on. Alpha rocks. I'm an increasingly casual fan of this part of motorsport. Chances of my summing Sky Zero. F1 has far bigger problems that it doesn't really want to fix. But Alpha is at least a name everyone knows, which may help somewhat with marketing. Yeah, I guess. More manufacturers is better for Formula 1. But yeah, does the state of Formula 1 really be on topic with this? You could, right, look at the article down here. Look at the little article down here. Right? You should be talking about it here. Not here. Oh yeah, don't go on this, it's just a holdover Ramona's, praising Alonso, and how dare you support Hamilton. Yeah. Britain sucks, my country sucks. I want us to remain in the EU. That's pretty much what it is. Honestly, I'm really confused with BBC Sport some days. People who comment it on these articles. One day it's going to be Hamilton is absolutely amazing, and the next day, oh look at these Hamilton fans. It's really, really confusing. It feels like every article, this article is a safe space for Hamilton, Ramonas and stuff. And, this is a safe space for people who want to talk about, Formula 1 going down the drain. Ooh, 69. Ooh. Okay, right, anyway. Yeah, there were some good comments there. I gotta admit, I agree that there are some big issues with Formula 1. Although, people, complaining about, this being reported. It's not like there's much going on in Formula 1 right now. You gotta report on something. But, yeah, I agree with the guy. It should have been it should have been, in the latest news. Yeah, it's in this it should have been an after, in other news, yeah, like that. Yeah, I agree with that guy. So yeah, overall really interesting opinions. Some opinions which I agree with, some opinions I don't agree with, some which I'm down the middle. So yeah, thank you for watching and goodbye.